This is my vocalized maiden message on the occasion of text attack by NATO to check the nerves of Pakistan. Dear Mr. Listener, I seek refuge of the supreme numerical lawmaker from the devil and remind curse upon him of Allah, the angels, Muslims, and those of Mu'mineen. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I owe many, many thanks to the Supreme Being who bestowed unto me an opportunity to deliver my vocalized maiden message not only to the Muslim community but also to the peoples of the scriptures as of old, coupled with the peoples of the man-made scriptures as well as to the faith, because the divine reminder of sacred advice is the pure light of guidance for the whole of being under the sky. In turn, you too deserve my thanks for lending me few of your most precious moments, and I strongly believe you would be generous enough to listen to me without prejudice, creating congenial atmosphere for a fruitful delivery of my maiden message. I shall try my level best to be too brief to promise the truth of a quotation attributed to Hazrat Ali Karamallah Wajhu, saying, quote, "Space is like a medicine, a large dose of which is fatal, and a small one is antidote," unquote. With due apologies, I beg your permission to express my will to you all in brief, offering congratulations to NATO for their inhumane text attack, and also sorrows to the bereaved families of resultant 24 casualties of Pakistani Jawans, just to check the nerves of Pakistan by NATO. With awfully heavy heart, I should say that I have been provided an opportunity to acquaint the listeners about my identity with particular reference to U.S. declared Mujahideen, maybe Taliban or Al-Qaeda now. I kept myself attached waging pen war in Urdu, English, Persian, and Pashto versions to U.S. declared Mujahideen through an Afghan preceptor Gulsar Khan, leader of Ittihad-e-Islami Baraye Afghanistan, assisted by Harkat-e Ittihad-e-Islami Baraye Islami Afghanistan and Hizb-e-Islami Afghanistan against Russia. During the regime of General Mr. Ziaul Haq, peace be upon him, assassinated in a plane crash. It is really ridiculous that the 10 U.S. declared Mujahideen true Muslims are now U.S. declared terrorists for the simple reason that then the Mujahideen was shielding the insults of USA when fighting against Russia. And now, the same U.S. declared Mujahideen are shielding the insults of Muslim world in retaliation to the hostile activities of the Western non-Muslim atomic powers against their Muslim brethren all over the world. Hence, U.S. declared terrorists. If the listeners probe into the internet findings, they will stand a witness that the dilemma of 9/11 was a proven self-designed conspiracy just to give birth to crusade war, afresh in revenge, coupled with the prediction of Nostradamus to put a timely check on Muslims prior to spearheading the merciless Antichrist expected from Khurasan, Afghanistan, or from its surroundings, where if the listeners surge into the prophecy of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they will again stand a witness to conceive that the predicted merciless Antichrist, as a matter of fact, is Jesus accompanied with Hazrat Imam Mahdi. Turning to the point of recent attack by NATO Air Force on Pakistan, the military personnel is not merely by chance or due to an oversight, but is an intentional attack just to check as to whether their sleeping pills given to the Shiite non-Muslim government of Pakistan and also given to Pakistani Jawans have medically worked to achieve their desires and or not. In fact, NATO deserves congratulations on their checking the nerves of 80% true Muslim community NFIs of Pakistan by committing not folly but blunder that has caused awakening of NFIs now. It is really pity that only 4 to 5% Shiites of the total population of Pakistan are holding her reins because of ignorance or foolishness of Hanafites who have never realized their own strength not only in Pakistan but also all over the world. Undeniably, the non-Muslims have sheltered fear of the expected merciless Antichrist as predicted by Nostradamus, a devil in bones and flesh. My humble request to the whole of Muslim world is to ponder upon the scientific facts. The non-Muslim scientists have contributed a lot to ease the problems of the humanity. So, they deserve to conquer this mortal world, and Muslims ought to let them do their task. The true Muslims are educated to seize their hands even in retaliation, because the pen is much more powerful compared to the lethal weapon, which will be cooled down on descending kisses from heaven. Contrarily, Islam also teaches Muslims to live so, but under conditions as to when the non-Muslims become barriers to preaching of Islam, when they prosecute of covenants, no war treaty between Muslim and non-Muslim countries, when they impose undue sanctions on Muslims to disturb their easygoing religious lifestyle, when they intentionally spread vulgarity, nudity, and all other abusive activities in Muslims or in Muslim countries, and all that, just to pollute the Muslim world with a notion to gradually convert the true spirit of Islam into diabolic concept. The non-Muslims, being the true voices of Satan, are bound to do all such absurd things, where the true Muslims are the true voices of Allah to spread blessings to His creation. Mind it, the non-Muslims are already cursed by Allah, and their destined goal is hellfire. So, the Muslims should seize their hands even in retaliation and let them enjoy this mortal world, because they have already lost the world hereafter. Undeniably, the enemies of Muhammad Rasulullah and in turn those of Muslim world are bound to be the rightful owners of the hell fire. The non-Muslims must remember that as per the prophecies of Muhammad Rasulullah, Jesus will ultimately descend from heavens to wage a war of total genocide of the peoples of the spiritual path of old, accompanied with Imam Mahdi from the race of the ending prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From the very inception of war on terror, on one pretext or the other, I have been clamoring to guide the well Musharraf Ahmadiyya not to break the defense line of Pakistan, meaning thereby stop genocide of Taliban or Al-Qaeda to Muslims all over the world. But the 10 presidents of Pakistan didn't pay any heed to my irrefutable prediction. Now, Asif Ali Zardari, Shiite, has followed the footprints of his predecessors. Unfortunately, both belong to non-Muslim communities, and in strict accordance with the injunctions of the Holy Quran and Sunnah, as well as that of the Constitution of Pakistan, framed by the blessed one, late Mr. Zulfikar Ali, a non-Muslim cannot hold any of the governmental assignments. What to talk of the President of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan? Mind it, both the highest played their roles of sectarian revenge, one by one. Musharraf materialized the revenge of the declaration of Ahmadiyya community as kafir, and Zardari, being Shiite, held the leadership of Shifa Muhammad Shiite, and thus both committed the act of genocide of other than Ahmadiyya and Shiite communities. Their allies or associates too are all non-Muslims, whether Ahle Hadith, Hanafites, Barelvi, Deobandi, or S1s, as far as my niche which is concerned, and they need renewal of the faith on repentance. Undeniably, all the leaders of political parties emerged after the birth of Pakistan are also liable to be killed, because they have divided the unity of Muslim Ummah into fragments as against Hadith al-Nabawi. Religiously speaking, I am deadly against the suicide attacks, and if at all Taliban or Al-Qaeda are involved in such satanic activities, I earnestly advise them to seal their hands once for all. No doubt, bravery is to kill and be killed face to face, save children, women, and aged people. It is not out of place to mention that faith in religion is no longer needed. It requires witness. I, and only I, am an irrefutable witness all over the world now. My video debate challenge and the cost of my next is teach yourself numerical Quran and you will be a convert Hanafite Muslim. Remember, I suggested the name of style of both Tehreek-e-Nifaz Shariat-e-Muhammadi as well as that of Muttahida Qawmi movement, with thanks all for the present. Bin Ibrahim. Thank you.